Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Now before we get started today, I'd like to shout out to all those subscribers and creators who have messaged me asking if I'm okay. The answer is yes, absolutely fine. But I should take this opportunity to briefly explain things and throw in an official apology. Basically, on the weekend there was a little bit of a Twitter bash where one of the prominent content creators blasted this show with a number of criticisms. Now I won't be naming the creator because I don't want to direct any hate their way, and actually while we disagree on certain aspects, probably many aspects, and we will definitely never be the best of friends, their negative feedback I can actually take as constructive criticism. Some of it I can do nothing about, but some of it I can look at and maybe try to make some changes and improvements over the coming weeks and months. The one big problem I have with this show is doing it in absolute isolation. I never get to see the viewer reactions. All I have are the comments to learn from. And occasionally I do definitely get it wrong. This happened during the asset review in Friday's show where I badly misspoke, accusing the creator Reaper of being greedy. I'll play the clip again for you in just a moment. There's no doubt I call him greedy, but then you can clearly hear me backtracking the very moment that I said it. Here it is. The MI Volume 1 145 Medium by Reaper. Reaper, one of my favourites. It's a shame, and I don't hold any grudge for this, it's a shame they have so much on Patreon that isn't available to everybody, but I don't blame them in the slightest for doing so, because honestly if I was greedy myself, and well, not saying Reaper's greedy of course, but I would love to put a lot more exclusive content on Patreon. Now let me get this straight, I do not think Reaper is greedy. It was a regrettably bad choice of words and I should have re-recorded this. My only excuse was this was at 2 AM. And when I got to the end of the video in one take, I clean forgot that I'd screwed up, I set the video to render, and I went to bed. So basically, I want to take this opportunity to apologise to Reaper and to any of his friends who may watch this show for any bad feeling caused to him or to them. It literally was just a bad choice of words and not a deliberate attempt to cause outrage. And yes, it really should have been edited out immediately. I was wrong. My hand is up. As to why it's taken till Wednesday to make this announcement, well, for me it is currently late on Saturday night, and this is the very first show that I've recorded since this all blew up. And because of all of this, I won't be posting the daily reminder. Let's just crack on with today's review. So what have we got today? The answer is Weber's Falls by Sandite Spartan 117. Now we did Sandite just last week and I did promise that we would be doing this map today. Last week's one was a request one that happened to fall on the week that their new map was released. There's your start square and that certainly looks pretty good from here. Let's have a look at the terrain heights. Well, you can definitely make out a great river network going on there as well. And then the resources, a spitty spotty, probably less usable than it would appear at first glance, but we'll certainly make that one out when we do the flyover. Off to the workshop, it's mass transit, park life and industries. All three of those, thank you very much. There's a little bit of a subscription list, not too many. Oklahoma Summer is the theme, as made by Sandite themselves, and the LUT we'll be using today, although there's none recommended, is the Realistic 1.2. Bet you guessed that one in advance. Okay, let's have a little look at the highways, and standards today are going to be pretty good. I'm going to have one grumble about detailing, I'm going to probably have one grumble about aesthetics, and probably one grumble about gameplay potential. Yeah, that'll be it really. So don't go expecting lots of jinky jankies. See this pillar here, we've got this, it's an aesthetic choice I think by Sandite. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. Okay, as aesthetic choices go, it's interesting. That's the best I can say to that. it's not horrific. And what's been done has been done well. It's just not to my personal taste, but it's not for me, this map, is it? It's for everybody. And if enough of everybody likes it, then everybody will be happy. Across the Bay Bridge, Bisquickelhausen's lovely Bay Bridge there, used so well by so many creators. And then we have got the down ramps coming down the other side, nice and slow and gentle, getting us down in plenty of time to make some use of some build plane around here. There is a little bit of build plane around here. Got some great trees in today's map, and I think I've seen better use of trees, but this is not a bad use of trees. It's kind of nice. I don't know how. Oklahoma, never been. America, never been. Seen the musical? I think so. A long time ago, but yeah, it's okay. The tree usage is okay. It doesn't seem to be of the next level, but it's still pretty damned good. Now, Bay Bridge again, second Bay Bridge. You're going to marvel at this intersection though. You ready for convolution? Look at that. Now, yes, you've got to get up to quite a height of the Bay Bridge. We're very close to the Bay Bridge. And so, yes, you've got to twist and turn and wind to get up there. And we've got another one of these pillars that does that on both sides. Again, through choice. I don't have a huge issue with it. And then, like I say, it bends and winds. It's very well done. Again, not to my taste, but convolution just goes to show that a creator has got skills. And Sandlights has definitely shown they've got skills. Again, coming down the other side, bending and winding to get back down, and that is very well done indeed. Can't moan about that. Good work. Down here, this is our start square intersection, and again, very slick, and everything is good. Let's just check, make sure there's no pillars on the road, shall we? There's bound to be one under here, isn't there? Nope, that looks good to me also. So we nip through here, come out the other side, and probably bang our head when we pop back up. But yes, we did. Anyways, into the start square. Start square again looks very buildable down here. This is your highway into the start square. And over here, we've got a very slick one by one of my favourite creators. Guess who it is? It's SvenBerlin with Signal Tower, Geislingen Stellwerkn. Probably way off the bat again. But hey, Sven. This is a prop asset, effectively. It's just decorative. It's not really a prop, you know. It's just that it doesn't do anything, but sits by your railways, and it's got some great features on it, which we'll look at in just a moment. But first of all, factoids, because factoids. The Pacific island of Nauru is so packed with minerals that when they've all been mined, only 1/5 of the island will be left. So there you go, Nauru in the Pacific Ocean. Anyways, this great little signal box type thing here, we come down and have a look in the window. You'll see it's got the little control panel. This looks really... we're gonna nip him through. Go on, let's clip through. Have a closer look at this. This, Sven, this is taking it to another level. Very well done. Maybe we could do some chairs for the signal workers to work with. But can't ask for everything, can we? There you go, Signal Tower, Geislingen Stellwerkn by SvenBerlin. Cute. Today's asset of the day. Oh, I nearly pasted that completely wrong, didn't I? Where were we? Weber's Falls, that's where we were. We're following the highways, which are elevated this section for good reason. Dropping down to ground level seems pointless when you're going to have to go back up into the air to cross the river over such a shortish distance. So yeah, I'm okay with elevated. A lovely, perfect bridge there. Like the ramps on there as well. Comes down to ground with a thud. No, it doesn't. Gently and smoothly, and merges back in with the landscape. And again, the highways just separate nicely, and we are back to highway perfection. Very little wrong with this map. Very little wrong with it. I think aesthetically, you're going to get some really nice, cozy backdrops. They're not imposing mountains. They're scenic. They're gentle sloping. I like it. It's good work. Well, we'll skip across the highway. We're a bit faster along here. We've seen kind of like all this stuff already. In fact, as we're getting towards the fog and there is a railway line here, shall we follow the rail instead? I think we probably could. The river looks good, doesn't it? We will I'll tease you with the river. We'll come back to the river later. We'll splash around in it. Make sure you bring a towel. Yeah, rail, there's not much wrong with the rail on this map. It's the whole map is a representation of Weber's Falls, the real place, but not a copy. It's creative license. There are rivers where there shouldn't be rivers, there are hills where there shouldn't be hills. It's a take on the area, which is nice, right? Which is nice because it means that it's being built for a game player. Now the rail generally here is of a high standard in terms of if you're wanting to play the realism factors. Here we got a nice perfect bridge going across the river here, and then we're going to go into the hills. Now hills are tricky for rail. There's gradients and all that, and we do the whole eyeball check with this, and most of the way you'll see that you go, no, do you know what, I think my eyeball was happy with that gradient. I'm going to switch the terrain lines on just to show you. There's only a couple of places where, in fact probably one place on the whole map, like slight incline here, which I think we would let go, but there is a little bit of an incline somewhere by a bend where the train would have to slow down for the bend and would struggle with the incline at the same time, and that bend is, I think, around here. Yes, just about here. Yes, bit of a climb going on here and a sharpish bend at the same time as well. Not crazy, it's not crazy hard, you know, it's well within tolerances of the game. Yeah, you probably wouldn't notice it normally if this show didn't exist. And now we're coming gently down the other way as well. A little bit of a, I don't know if there could have been a different route, but I don't think I care. I don't think I care for a different route. I'm quite happy with that. Down here we have got the rail splits, and then just want to get over that bridge, and this loops around nicely to get us onto that bridge. There's your loop, nicely tree lined just for a little bit of decor, and then that enables us, if we could have gone off the edge, we could have gone to the fog, but no, let's end up in an industrial area, shall we? Across the waters, like this bridge. Just get a real feel for this bridge. Also like the custom selection of pillars that's been popped in there as well. Then if you notice, but the pillars changed midway across too. Down here we've got chasing a train. There's the train. Hello train. Oh no, it's coming towards us. And down this way, oh, you can see the factories off on the left. So that's where we're going to end up over there. We've got the roads over here and trees. Not really too much to say. It's just smooth and catenaries very close together here. Okay, gonna have a little moan about that. Tiny moan. It's not worth losing a star over, but let's have a moan anyway. I do like having a good moan. It's the only reason why I do this show, so I can have a little bit of a moan, a little bit of a gripe. Also want to try and find a good map someday. And then you end up at the factory units down here.
Do your cul-de-sacs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? Then you need the beginner's guide to the perfect cul-de-sacs by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
Okay, so back to the shipping routes at Weber's Falls. And what we have here is well, perfectly fine. It's a good wide river, which enables us to take a sensible route. And the bay bridges are good and high, which enables us to go under them. And then if we head down this way, there's your second bay bridge. It doesn't go off to the right, which is fine. Down here is towards the start square, and so if you want docks by your start square, you probably can do that as well. It's not bad. Water flow, this is your main river that goes down past the start square. I think we can agree there is some water flow going on here in the direction that the water should be flowing. We've got this dam type thing, very low style, weir style dam, I think there. and then under the bridge, and then it merges in with this river. Is there any funny stuff going on here? No, it makes all the sense in the world. Good water flow across the entire map, and very realistic looking rivers too from this kind of height, says he, and we'll have a look later. We've got plenty of flat build plain down by the river. It's a river valley, so down by the river, plenty of places to build. That's your start square kind of area. Then when you go up into the hills, we've got these, I would say these are plateaus, I guess. And this is oil on the top. Now, I'm not entirely sold on oil on the high ground. That said, I'm not an expert on geology, and I just get the feeling that the lower ground, or closer to, I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't know that I'd want my oil factories up on those messes where you get a really good view of them. I don't know, good, it's just me. There we have got this, like, what I think it's described as a dam in the description. I don't know if it's sort of a dam, I guess. It's just controlling the water flow from one area to the other, and it's very slickly done, very tidily done, not overly convoluted, nothing we haven't seen before, but very nice work. That is very nice work. Do like the extra water speed that picks up through there. That's pretty good. Over here we have got, say it with me guys, everybody's favourite factories. And then over this way we've got, I like this intersection. This is very slick and smooth and close to the ground. If we go this way though, we are going off the beaten path to a special area. And I'm going to give credit for this, because quite often we get these special areas and I go, you know what, I think we could have lived, yes, we could live without any of this. And I think we could live without this special area we're going to go to now. But as special areas go, this does make some sense. So I've got some dumb places, some dumb locations in my maps. I think we all do it. We all do it. This isn't dumb. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Makes all the sense. And I'm filling while we climb up the hill. There we go. We've got like picnic areas and viewing platforms. Now let's see if these viewing platforms make any sense. Down here to this viewing platform number 1. Got a great view of the river valley over there. Oh, what a fantastic view that is. So that's a win. Okay, we've got 2 more to check though. All right, this the second one, this is probably the weakest of the 3. This one here. This is still okay though. This is not quite as good as the first view because of the trees, but then trees aren't really blocking the view. And this one, this has got a wow factor as well. Look at the view down there, right the way down to the city. You get a great view, especially at night, of the lights from the city. Amazing, very, very well chosen viewing platform positions. Trees, like as I've mentioned before, are okay to good. I don't think they're outstanding, but I think they are interesting, and I'm okay with them. The rivers look great. Again, I'm not entirely sold on the river foliage. It's okay. It's not horrible. It's not ugly. I don't feel like I'm sold on it. Yeah, I don't know if it needs river reeds or whatever, but it's just something about it. All told though, the rivers are great. Hey, what do you think of the map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Months of the map? Only you can decide. Only deciding can you be, said Yoda or something. Right, my ratings. I think aesthetically this map is pretty nice. It's not for me a 5-star map. It doesn't blow me away, but it is pretty nice. It gets a pretty nice 4 stars for it. Detailing. There's no problems with this at all. And so it's a question of is it 3, 4 or 5? I feel it could be more so. I'm not entirely sold with the detailing along the rivers. So there goes your 5th star. But I think it's definitely, oh come on, it's not 3 stars, is it? It's 4 stars for detail. Stop bluffing, BonBon. Gameplay potential. I think there's a lot of gameplay potential here. I just think that maybe with the resources aren't quite to my taste for a 5th star, but they're definitely well playable for a 4th star. So again, I'm going to go 4 stars for gameplay. Weber's Falls by Sandite Spartan 117, and I am going to give this one very proudly the BonBonB seal of approval. I'd be quite happy to play this one, more than quite happy. It's a very nice map. It's a very nice map. It's a very nice map. Oh, anybody remember those John Cleese commercials from the, what was it, 80s? Maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, and for joining me for another map in the What's Map series. Join me tomorrow for yet another map in the What's Map series. And have you seen Flowscape this week? I've not mentioned that yet. Have you seen it? I'll link it in on today's show. You can follow straight on from this one if you like. Thanks for watching. I've been BonBonB. See you later.